I think we're live. At least that's the way that it looks to me. So here we go. Sassy in business. Why do we want it? Why do we care? I know what you're thinking. Sassy. That's like my teenager. Mm, well, sassy, that's one definition, but we're talking about a different definition of what sassy is. For us, sassy means, and this is according to Oxford dictionaries, it means lively, bold, full of spirit, and cheeky. We a lot of times will kind of forget about that side of us. We may have been there when we were in our 20s or 30s, but it seems like the weight of life has just gotten so heavy and so, I don't know, just taken so much energy from us that we really don't feel like we can be. And furthermore, we don't really understand how important it is to have that sassy. So let's go through an example. I have a friend who is really known for her wit. And she can walk into a room, not know anybody at all, and by the end of it, because of her sassiness and just the way that she has 5, 6 potential clients and set up meetings, and this is at events that she is not even marketing. She's not even thinking about that, but just her general liveliness and the way that she is really draws people in. And we think of it a lot of time as sassiness, and maybe it's the style of clothing that you wear, or maybe it is something else. Maybe it's because you're loud, maybe it's because any of those other things. And I'm going to tell you it's not those things. Your sassiness or the liveliness that you have or your boldness comes from your ability to be awake in your senses. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but let's think about that for a second. So, if you're lively, that means that you take in what it is that you see around you. So you're able to react to it, you're able to participate, you're able to be there so people will engage with you. And after all, that's what we want, right? Especially in our business, we want people to engage with us because, quite frankly, there are so many people that do exactly what we do. If you have a certain thing that you need to have done, you can do a Google search and you will come up with a million hits or more, depending upon what the topic is, that tell you how to do exactly what it is that I might be telling you what to do. But there's no connection, there's no involvement. It's kind of like when you place a phone call and you go through the phone tree. The phone tree gives you information, it's automated, there's no personal touch, and quite frankly, most of us are extremely frustrated by the time we get to the third phone tree. It's like, I'm done with it. But if you have that interaction, if you have somebody that you're talking to, if you have somebody who is paying attention in their senses, you can see it when they walk into the room. They walk in the room, they're looking around, they're engaging with people. They really are able to have that special something. And it's not hard to do. I know I said that before, but let me give you one example. And I'll do a compare and contrast. So a person walks into a room, there's a bunch of other people there. It happens to be a party. There is a nice little buffet there with the little drinks off to the side. Let's say Sally. Sally walks in, she grabs a plate, she fills her plate, she grabs her drink, she goes sits in the corner by herself. Versus, and I'll use my friend Lori as an example. Lori walks into the room, she looks around to see who's there. And when you look around to see who's there, people are going to look to see who walked into the room because you show up differently. People can tell. You make eye contact. You might say hello to somebody that you don't even know. Some people consider that to be pretty bold, right? Or strike up a conversation. So these are ways that boldness shows up. or I should say, being sassy, shows up in your personal life. But what about in your professional career? It's the same those same habit patterns that you have of how you enter a room when you're at a party or a social gathering are the same as when you enter a business setting. If you're in retreat mode, you're withdrawn, you're not really taking in information, you don't want to be seen, you're kind of shutting off, you're shrinking. Versus you walk in the room, you look around, you see who's there, you make eye contact. That's what I'm talking about. That's sassy. And that's what we want. Next time, which is tomorrow, I'll be walking you through one example of how you can take sassy into something that you do every single day. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye bye for now.